Hi, I'm looking a little witchy today, but I'm going to be doing my hair. So we have to look a little witchy. So I am going to show you how I highlight my hair when I'm being ridiculous and do it myself because I don't want to bother my friends and make them do it for me. So um, I don't suggest that you really do your hair at home. I think that it's better for you to, if you want it to look good, go to someone else. But sometimes you just, have to make do and get it done yourself. So here's how I do it. I like to get just these little foil packets with bleach in them because they're pretty cheap. Lightener probably doesn't make a whole lot of difference what brand you do when you're using the lightener because it's just basically all of them are terrible for your hair. And because I'm going to use it in foils today, and I literally just get tin foil, aluminum foil, and do them in about this size strips. And when I'm doing just like shorter pieces, I can actually just kind of tear these in half themselves also because I'm cheap and that works. You want to get a rat-tailed comb so that you can suction it off there. And you're really not supposed to put, like if I'm mixing it with 30 volume directly on the scalp. You can do it if you're using 10 volume or 20 volume, but I'm only going to put it on my scalp in this little bitty area right here, which is where I get super gray. So I like this spot actually to be kind of almost white, this whole piece, but 6 weeks ago I was just in such a hurry that I didn't do any highlighting. I just went in and colored, everything that touched my scalp. So then I get these problems where I'm actually white poking through right away. So, just the technical side of things. If you're wanting to do like some all over highlights, I suggest you make yourself some sections. And the easiest way would be about the size of your strip across here and across here or here. And it's definitely easier to put them in this way than put them in this way. And if you never really wear your hair back, it doesn't matter. Putting them in this way, you'll have lines, going in that will look something like this. And they'll lay down and you'll see the streaks. But if you wear it back like this often, then you're probably going to want to do your highlighting sections this way so that you see the pieces going back this way when you take it back. But it's just harder that way. Okay. So mixing the lightener. I don't measure anymore because I just know what consistency I want it to look like it is. And this one is kind of blue, but usually, they're either blue or white. Ooh, it's strong though. Also, you should wear gloves when you're doing this because it will leave you with little blistery fingertips. And in case I forget to say it when I'm actually doing the foils, you don't want to put it all the way down to your scalp because your bleach will swell and then it'll creep out of your foil and then you'll have spots that look really tacky. So this is the consistency, kind of like thick frosting. Or maybe regular frosting, just not thin frosting. And even though I really only want to do kind of that one spot, I'm going to show you a foil or two. The other in the back a little further, just so you can see more of what you could do if you wanted to do them. Okay, so it's important not to get too thick of a section. So whatever this size section is, like, you should be able to see, air through the hair a little. So if you've got really thick hair, you won't be able to take, as much. So I can't really say, it's a 1/2 inch section or it's a 1/4 inch section, because depending on how much hair you have, you can do more or less. And then with your rat tail comb, you want to just go in and out so that you're getting that hair, and half of it is above and half of it is below. See, so you're sectioning it, and then you're going to pull them apart and brush that part back, and then you have less. And I feel like this one didn't do it enough. Let's see, so I'm going to do that side just a little bit more. So that you have more like that going on. Take your little foil, put it all the way at the scalp. Hold them in there tight. Push this up. Start this probably about 1 inch away from your scalp and bring it out, and then move that in a little bit closer. But again, you don't want to put it all the way up completely to your scalp, because your bleach is going to expand. And if it's all the way up there, it's going to come out. And then you're going to have a little holiday. Like you took a vacation while you were doing your hair, and now it's on the scalp, looking crappy. And then fold your foil over so that it doesn't get on your next layer that you're going to do. And again, see, even when you're being kind of careful, you'll get it on your hands, which then, it's going to burn your fingers. Then section off your next layer and get rid of it closest to your foil. You don't want to do the next spot, and then do a little thin layer again. Brush it down, pull it up. In and out. Section it off, push this back, pull this up, grab your foil, put it on the scalp, press it down as hard as you can, start about 1 inch back. Now, if it was the first time you were doing it, you would, want to take this all the way back out to your hair ends. But since I've already done that, lightening a spot that's already lightened is just going to kill your hair to the extent where it, would actually possibly just break off in your hand, and you would, have a tuft of it over there. So you really don't want to go on top of what you've already colored. Again, I'm showing you how to do it, but I really think it would be silly of you to actually try to do it at home. You should go see someone else, unless it's emergencies. And actually, I'll probably leave this section because, like I said, I am going to just paint this on in that little spot. And then when you go back in and you check them, you'll just kind of lift up the piece, and then when this color in there looks like the color you want it to, which should be pretty pale, pale yellow or white, and it will go through different stages of oranginess. And since I have color on my hair, you know, where this is, it will take longer than if it was virgin hair. Anyway. And I feel like I should pause you and do my sectioning here so you don't get bored. Okay, so I got my section here from the top to put it on. I feel almost like this one you'd be able to see a smidgen better how close I kind of get. And then if you want to get closer, after you see kind of how much swelling you get from it, you can. But I wouldn't do that right away. And then I'm going to do one going the other direction. I know I should be doing a better job of having a conversation with you about something, but I'm having issues thinking today about anything to talk about. The ab machine working thingy that I got from FabFitFun, I definitely don't see it working because it hurts a lot more than I realized that it would, especially on the spots where I'm fat, like right up under my, right at the top of my chest, I guess, where there's not as much fat. It doesn't hurt as much. But boy, down on my belly, it just feels like it's twisting the fat more than just massaging on it. So by the time that it's strong enough for me to feel like my abs are actually moving with it, it's hurting so much I definitely don't want to sit there and do that, let it pound at me. So I honestly just feel like I'm not going to continue to use it much, or I'll use it on like a light setting, a setting that's so light that it's not going to move my muscles around at all. So yeah. And yeah, I did look because I thought it would be interesting. You know, I didn't know if you could see who likes your videos and who subscribes to you and things. And I just kind of did a Google search on that, and apparently you can't. So, but I still would like to figure out, you know, what people use, what kind of app they use to edit, because I don't even know how to, you know, put words popping up on my screen or anything. Anyway, I'm certainly not going to let it go long enough that, you know, you actually see my finished product. You'll just have to see my finished product in like tomorrow's videos that I do after. Okay, so I think you get the idea. See ya. Bye.